Alright, everyone's in. And the match begins. Alright, let's see how the game goes. Ball starts off currently, I would say, in LST Green's favor. Center ball still stays in green possession. Demo clears the way, but Fidget gets back. Karen takes the ball around the wall. Not necessarily the play that they needed, because DrunkCookies was a little too far back. A miss from Fidget, and Mr. Co brings the ball downfield. A little bump in the corner, and the game slows down a little bit. And then a pass from Mr. Co to Fidget gets it around DrunkCookies, and the ball heads towards the net, but Karen takes that shot opportunity away. High fly ball in front of the back wall. Cookies lets it hit the ground, and Fidget centers that to NotTodayKaren, who gets it past Mr. Co, but is that fast enough? It's not quite on target. Pass back to oh, not quite. DrunkCookies gets the ball sent. Karen gets the ball centered to DrunkCookies. I thought that was going to be a back pass to Cookies. Fidget goes for a flip reset, or maybe it was just an upside down touch, but I think that ends up on target, and Mr. Co finishes the ball. Finishes the goal, rather. Yeah, Mr. Co got it around both players, and they were just not quite there on that back half. After score opens up, ball goes LST Green, not quite LST Green's favor, as Kutol is able to pick up the possession, but then DrunkCookies intercepts it and passes it to NotTodayKaren. Kutol double commits, trying to pinch it into the goal, but a side flip from Fidget sends it back into the net. DrunkCookies not quite able to get the demo there to keep Fidget away from the ball. And then Mr. Co sends that into the green half, but Cookies sends it back. The ball's in front of the net, but Fidget gets a nice save. Ball goes to Karen. Not much they can do with it. Fidget, I guess they're trying to spin around the ball there. Bit of a scuffle in the sidewall. Both blue team members are up, and then the ball is bouncing off the sidewall and blocked, again cleared into the green half. Fidget gets it around Karen. Karen gets a bump though and gets back into green possession. Ball's close to the blue net, but Fidget gets a nice save. It was an interesting maneuver from Fidget. If you notice, they turned upside down in order to jump. So the car would go down towards the boost. It's kind of a good higher level recovery that I didn't necessarily expect here in Division 5. Karen gets it past Fidget. They slow down. Whoa, what happened, Karen? No! I'm not sure if Karen had something happen on their side, but it looked like they might have accidentally disconnected for a little bit. Because they had a pretty clear line, at least to try and follow that ball up, but DrunkCookies took it, and then somehow it came back into the green half, and a goal was again scored after a missed clear in the corner. LST Green needs to work on their defense a little bit, as they have not been able to prevent a single shot going into their net, and the three shots they've had, 2 of those have been saved. So they need to work on their shooting opportunities. However, this one's a good one. It's on target, but not quite. It hit the crossbar. Mr. Co takes this downfield. Another breakaway goal, it looks like, for the blue team. The center just quite missed I guess it's not Mr. Fidget, just regular Fidget. A little bit of confusion in front of the blue net, and then the ball is not scored. Mr. Co takes this, trying to get another center. Is this a ceiling shot? Missed opportunity from Mr. Co. Fidget clears this, keeping this on the green half. Mr. Co again goes for an aerial, but it's saved by DrunkCookies. Cookies almost gets that past Fidget, but they get a touch on it to clear it into the corner. And then a center from Karen gets it to Cookies, but not quite there. Mr. Ko gets a beautiful save. I guess I don't need this if I'm not switching between the players myself. And a dunk. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a dunk, but the center from Karen to DrunkCookies gets the ball just in front of Fidget, and they aren't able to save it. Good shot from Cookies there. Finally, LST Green gets on the scoreboard, but with a minute left, I'm not sure how much they can do after the strong defense from Kutol. Aerial shot from Cookies, but NotTodayKaren isn't quite able to get up for it, but Fidget's a little too slow to be able to shoot that on target. Karen takes the ball upfield, but shoots it, or passes it to Mr. Ko. Gets demoed for their efforts, getting them back on defense at least, but then DrunkCookies gets beat in the midfield, and Fidget tries to go for an upside-down shot. Just a little wide, and then Mr. Ko gets it centered for Mr. Ko, who's going to fake DrunkCookies out a little bit. However, they aren't able to finish that ball, or that goal, and so Green gets one last opportunity to score, but not quite able to complete it. So game 1 goes to Kutol. A lot of offensive pressure from both teams as they had an equal number of shots and an equal number of saves, so they were both doing good on defense and offense, but it seemed a lot like that second half that Kutol was able to keep possession of the ball a lot better than the LST Green team. So LST needs to work on ensuring that they maintain possession, not passing the ball over to the blue team, and ensuring that their passes between each other are working out a little bit better. Kutol was playing a little, trying to really, what am I trying to say? They weren't necessarily, I need to fix the overlay here. Scores 1 to Kutol. Sorry about that. They were trying more risky plays out in the second half of the first match. However, LST Green gets a pretty good opportunity at the beginning here. Hopefully the packet loss and latency variation will fix itself here in a little bit. But we are still waiting on the first goal to be scored after the first 30 seconds of the match. Fidget centers this ball to Mr. Ko, who gets a nice aerial touch. They're going for a second touch. They miss, but so does DrunkCookies, who is trying to go for the aerial save. Karen takes this into the corner, but Fidget and Mr. Ko are both already there. DrunkCookies has a decent shot at the net, but they aren't able to roll it in underneath Fidget. Mr. Ko wall shot gets blocked, but they are able to dunk it from bleh. You'd think I know how to talk by now. Anyway, moving past that last play, ball gets centered. Mr. Ko takes possession, gets it around, almost quite around Karen. They are able to steal, or not steal, there's no boost steals there. Karen's way low on boost, and Fidget's back shooting again. Karen gets the clear, and Mr. Ko takes possession. But a little bit of a missed path, and Green takes possession again. I keep saying possession. Ball heading towards the green net, but DrunkCookies is able to clear it away. Mr. Ko going for the Doomsday Dish, but is denied by NotTodayKaren, but the ball gets centered to Fidget, who shoots it. I'm not sure what happened here. That clear from Karen did not help out at all, and DrunkCookies had to rush a save, and unfortunately it did not work out the way they needed it to. Definitely need to work on the clears, where that ball is actually going, making sure those meaningful touches send the ball in the way they need to go. An air dribble from Mr. Ko takes this midfield, and then DrunkCookies sends this to NotTodayKaren. A little bit of a slow pass, but the blue team is letting it go. Cookies hits this off the sidewall, goes up for it, gets not the best touch, but it doesn't turn into a goal for the other team. And we've had a few more misses going on. DrunkCookies, or NotTodayKaren, tries to fake that underneath Mr. Co, but they were able to get a touch on it. Ball is being put in a little bit more dangerous spots for the LST Green team. Fidget gets a ceiling hit, really, towards the midfield, but Green team are able to collect the ball and maintain possession. Mr. Co clears this downfield. It's into the green corner. Mr. Co's up. They hit that backwards. And unfortunately, DrunkCookies isn't able to get that back out of the net. This was a nice... would you count this as a double touch here? Because they did self-pass that off the corner. That was a really nice play from Mr. Co. Kickoff in LST Green's favor. Ball centered towards the net. Mr. Co's up. Doesn't get the touch they really need. The ball is on the wrong half of the field for LST Green, though. Mr. Co's out of position, but Fidget's there. They get the save, and the LST Green team need to figure out what they're going to do in order to get this ball past the blue defense. They've not had quite as many opportunities to hit the net as the blue team has had. Or if they've had the opportunities, they haven't lasted as long as the blue team possessions. They need to figure out a way to maintain possession for a little bit longer. Or to make their plays happen faster. Again, blue team has the ball. Mr. Co just barely misses the shot from the bouncing from the corner. Karen pinches this downfield. And it stays in the corner. Fidget now has another opportunity to look at the net. They go for a flashy play. So the ball stays out of the net for now. However, they get it around DrunkCookies again. Karen clears the ball into the corner, but loses possession to Mr. Co, who takes this into the air. They don't quite have enough boost to really do anything with it, and Fidget takes the ball away from them. DrunkCookies clears this to the wrong side of the field. Their teammate is not over there. And then Mr. Co sends this high in front of the net. Cookies gets the save. And then Fidget shoots again. Off the crossbar! That's not fun for LST Green. Kutol has been very much hitting their shots today. Another nice shot from Fidget. Kickoff number 4 goes in the blue favor. Fidget collects the ball, shoots, but DrunkCookies is still there. Mr. Co clears this, or sends it back into the green corner. NotTodayKaren collects the ball, flicks it over one. They should probably back out there instead of trying to stay underneath the ball. Fidget collects it in the blue corner, stops it in front of the blue net, but Green are not able to score, and game 2 goes again to Kutol. It definitely appears that Kutol are moving a little faster than LST Green have, and so we need to see a little bit more careful plays from the LST Green team. As we get into game 3 here, we have Mr. Co and NotTodayKaren ready for the kickoff. Fidget takes a little bit to get into the match, but that's okay, their ping's a little higher. Alright, first kickoff is stopped dead. Fidget clears it sends it into the corner, gets the second touch, but they aren't quite able to score. NotTodayKaren keeps it away from both of the blue team members. DrunkCookies flicks it up and above, and they get their first lead of the match. Fidget tries to go for the boost first before defending the ball, and that probably was their undoing. a fake kickoff from the blue team, but the ball was above Fidget and they weren't able to send that the way they probably wanted to. Oh, a missed hit from DrunkCookies, passes that to Mr. Co, and the ball ends up in the green net. That was definitely not the play that they really wanted there. Ball collected by Fidget after the kickoff. A bit of an air dribble into a bump. NotTodayKaren is able to stay alive and keep the ball away from the blue team. A demo on Fidget gets LST Green a bit of a look at the net, but I don't think they're going to capitalize on it. Blue defense, a little bit of scramble here. NotTodayKaren isn't up fast enough, but Fidget misses, which is important for the green team, but they are able to recover and keep possession. Pass to Mr. Co. Missed shot opportunity, however. NotTodayKaren slows the ball down, gets it around Fidget, but not Mr. Co. And DrunkCookies is heading back. Karen's heading back to collect the ball. They let Mr. Co go up for it, but Mr. Co misses. Fidget goes up. Green team needs to center this ball. But Mr. Co is able to get back in time in order to save them from going into their net. However, they pass it to DrunkCookies, who goes up again. Gets a light touch to NotTodayKaren, who sends it just barely towards the net, and then Fidget's able to get another save. But no! DrunkCookies hits the ball off the crossbar. Fidget up, pinch from the blue team. But the ball is again collected by the green team. A demo from DrunkCookies keeps the ball away from the green team, however. Air dribble from Mr. Co gets the ball centered, but Fidget leaves it alone. DrunkCookies goes for the shot, but Mr. Co gets behind it. And the ball is again passed to Mr. Co. DrunkCookies misses the clear, but Mr. Co shoots it into the crossbar. Fidget hits it and shoots it into the crossbar, and Karen clears it away. Low boost. Mr. Co misses the ball. Another low boost play from the LST Green team. Karen goes up. I don't think the green team has been really good on their boost management this time. However, they've been able to collect boost finally. Fidget hits it over the net. But then the LST Green team collects it. Ball gets past NotTodayKaren, but Mr. Co takes it into the corner. Green team take possession once more, and DrunkCookies gets it past Fidget. Ball in the corner. Is Cookies going to get this centered? No, Mr. Co saves it. Or clears it, rather. Fidget takes possession, but the ball rolls up the sidewall, and Karen clears it away. Fidget shoots, but Karen saves it. Mr. Co's up and bounces it off the corner. Karen takes this ball downfield, past Fidget. Mr. Co's not quite in the best position. The save does not go their way, and DrunkCookies finishes that play, bringing them back into the lead. Will this LST Green team finally get their one game? Or are they going to end up being swept? And if they win this one, will it bring them to a reverse sweep? Ball's in the blue corner. Karen goes for a demo. Gets both the blue team's members a little bit out of the net, but the DrunkCookies isn't able to capitalize. A demo gets Mr. Co way too far upfield, but sends Fidget on defense, and then Karen isn't fast enough to get to the ball there. Mr. Co takes possession, but Cookies gets it off of them. Fidget's a little bit in the wrong spot to be able to do anything with that ball, but then Mr. Co clears it centered downfield. DrunkCookies keeps it away from the net. I think Mr. Ko, or not Mr. Ko, Karen probably should have stayed back for there, as DrunkCookies had possession of the ball. Cookies gets demoed, and then Mr. Ko picks up the ball. Karen passes it to Cookies. Missed hit, but that shot is way above the blue defense, and they are not going to be hitting that. So unless they can carry this all the way across the map, this is going to... Game 3 is going to go to LST Green. Finally able to get their defense working. Oops. No. Okay, there we go. You'd think I know how to work an overlay. They got their defense working and their shots on target this time. Even though they didn't have as many shots this time, they were able to get them past the blue defense. But there were still a lot of missed plays from both teams that they definitely need to sharpen up. Game number 4. This is a really important win for LST Green. But let's get it started. Ball's dangerously in the blue half, but it's cleared by Fidget. Collected by Mr. Ko. Unless it's Mr. C. Mr. C centers the ball to Fidget, who gets the goal. I'm not sure, I've been calling him Mr. Ko all day, but then I wonder if that's a face in his name. DrunkCookies gets it past them, and is able to score, tying the game back up. A nice flick over Mr. C. Well, nobody's correcting me in chat, so I'm gonna go with Mr. C. Alright, ball's long fly ball towards the net. Mr. C gets the save. Some more demos happening. And DrunkCookies clears this towards, or sends this towards the net, but Mr. C saves it. Karen's gonna collect this ball, shooting it towards the net. No, it's a center for Fidget, but Fidget misses, and Karen hits the ball past Mr. C, who goes up to try and save it with Fidget. I wonder why the blue team is going for a lot more double commits than they have been previously. Ball gets past Mr. C, and NotTodayKaren gets that ball off of DrunkCookies' pass. The blue team has not been positioning themselves as well as they have in previous games defensively, and the LST Green team has been capitalizing on that. DrunkCookies gets another center towards NotTodayKaren, who gets it past Fidget, who missed their aerial. Mr. C is able to save it, though. Another pass center for Fidget, but they hit it off NotTodayKaren, who goes for the boost rather than the ball. Stealing it from Mr. C, who also went for boost instead of the ball. I'm assuming they went for that because they had no boost at the time, but they're able to collect the boost from the green corner. Fidget shoots, but Karen saves it. Another miss from the blue team. Fortunately for them, they don't miss the save, and the ball is dangerously in the green half, but no blue team members are back there. I guess it's not dangerous if there's no one blue over there to score it. This is dangerous for the blue team, but DrunkCookies isn't quite able to get the touch they need, and the ball is sent towards, or downfield. Karen sends this past. A fake from Karen, gets the ball centered for Cookies, who passes it back to Karen, who passes it back to Cookies, to Karen, to Cookies. There were so many passes there. Not sure all of them were intentional. That was an interesting camera from the director there. Ooh, unfortunate bump by the green team. Fidget collects the ball, but they don't have the boost in order to try and shoot it, and it stays in the green corner. Karen gets her... Oh, does not quite get it around Mr. C, but Cookies gets it past both blue team members, and Karen shoots this towards the corner. Not quite able to center it past the blue team. Fidget misses another aerial, but Mr. C is able to capitalize on that miss. Or I guess not on the miss, but on the missed defensive play from DrunkCookies, and then the being out of position from Karen. Another fake kickoff from the blue team. Ball is passed up to Fidget, but then DrunkCookies is able to get it past, or not past Mr. Fidget, but is able to collect it and keep it out of their net. Or out of the green net. More bumps from the green team on the blue, or keeping the blue team away, but unfortunately Mr. C is able to clear that ball over the heads of the green team members after Karen was too far upfield going for bumps, and DrunkCookies' pass was not hard, or not pass, but clear was not hard enough to keep it away from the blue team. Kutol has their lead, but it is quickly taken away by NotTodayKaren after the stopped ball off of the kickoff. Fidget goes for the ball, gets a touch, but it does not leave the net afterwards. 90 seconds left, and will we end up going to Game 5, or will we be stuck in a series that leaves us after 4? Mr. C tries to end this game with 4, but Fidget's nowhere to be seen. Blue spawns, and Fidget's able to pick it up. And Karen clears this downfield. Mr. C takes it up the wall, but Cookies is not quite there to block it. And it bounces off the back wall. Fidget takes this one, but Karen is the one who actually takes possession. And then the ball stays in the blue corner for a little bit. Blue team is up. Ball's on target, but a double save from the green team keeps this out of the net. I guess it's not necessarily the double save, but a passing save. Here we go. Ball is dangerously above the net for the green team, but they're able to get the clear they need. Cookies sends this deep into the blue half, but Fidget's able to get this past the green team member that was there, but DrunkCookies is able to get in front of the ball in order to stop Mr. C from shooting. And we are going to go to overtime here in game number 4. Unless... Nope, the ball's hitting the ground. This overtime means the difference between a Game 5 and a potential reverse sweep, or a complete loss for the LST Green team. Mr. C misses the ball! DrunkCookies doesn't have the opportunity to shoot, but the ball is still dangerously in the blue half. Fidget centers the ball to NotTodayKaren, or DrunkCookies, who gets the ball up off the backboard, centers this back to themselves. Mr. C misses. Fidget. Cookies taking the ball up the wall. Pass down to Karen, who hits it into the corner. Centered, but not able to get to any of the green team members, who back a little bit too far away from the ball. And Fidget hits this towards the corner. DrunkCookies picks this up. They have a bit of an opportunity, and they get it past. Both blue team members get stemoed for their trouble, but that does not keep the ball out of the blue net, and we go to game number 5. This was definitely an important play for the LST Green team. And will we see a reverse sweep because of this game 5? I'm very surprised to see the difference in the play style of the blue team after those first 2 matches, as well as how LST Green has been able to recover after those first 2 losses. Now we've got to figure out what's going to change for this last match. Five minutes is all that stands between both of these teams walking away from their next win. Fidget gets it past one, but DrunkCookies centers the ball to themselves. Off the corner to Fidget to the other corner. A center ball gets blocked by Karen. And then it's off the backboard. Cookies shoots, but is blocked by Mr. C. Mr. C dies for their trouble. Fidget gets a flip reset, and is able to recover a little bit better with it, but still, the LST Green team has possession. Fidget gets it over NotTodayKaren, gets bumped and blocked, and DrunkCookies clears the ball to the corner, but not necessarily as far enough away as they would want. Mr. C gets a shot, but dies for their trouble afterwards. Cookies gets it past Fidget, but Mr. C saves it. And an aerial. Karen comes out a little too early, and then we see the boost steals. Karen gets the save. Cookies also clears the ball, keeps the ball safely in this corner. And now we've got to get this ball out of the green corner here. A demo from NotTodayKaren, or demo on NotTodayKaren, is not going to help. Back pass from Fidget to Mr. C, but DrunkCookies intercepts it. Gets bumped, and so they're a little slower than they would want to be. Cookies gets the bump on Fidget, but Mr. C is able to get possession before Karen comes in. Bouncing ball towards the green corner. Karen gets it sent really high, but Mr. C bumps them in order to prevent them from following up. Not the best hit from Fidget into the corner. DrunkCookies collects it and passes it to Mr. C for them to put it in, and an own goal opens up the scoring for LST Green team. Or LST Green, they don't have team at the end of their name. Will this own goal stop Kutol from being able to win? Or being able to stop the reverse sweep and win Game 5? Fidget just shoots it barely off target into the corner. And Karen gets the bump, preventing Fidget from shooting. Mr. C and Fidget end up in the same spot. And DrunkCookies is able to waste some time here. Gets it past Fidget. Mr. C is able to collect it, though. Doesn't get the best touch, and Karen collects the ball. They miss their touch, and Mr. C gets it past Cookies. Again, Mr. C and Fidget are in the same spot, and Karen is able to clear this away. Ball in the blue corner gets cleared. Cookies misses their hit, so the ball's in the green half. Fidget chases them pointlessly. And the ball is now in the blue half. Mr. C clears it. It's on target. Karen needs to save this. They do. Cookies tries to go and collect this. Fidget almost gets a touch, but doesn't really do much. Karen sends this into the blue corner. Fidget is up, takes this ball away from the goal. And it passes into the green half. Cookies sends this up. Karen should have waited a little bit longer, or Cookies should have let Karen take the ball. Although it's hard to see from the angle from the director cam. Fidget hits this into the corner. It's centered. Karen's up, but they aren't able to, but nobody from the blue team is able to shoot this. Mr. C's a little far back, playing mostly defense here. Karen clears this, or 50s that into the corner. Fidget tries to center, but it goes to Cookies. Gets it over Mr. C, centered for Karen, and the ball is saved by Fidget. Ball is centered. Fidget shoots and off the post. Cookies saves this centered. It's off the post. Mr. C makes sure. Low boost is going to keep the blue team on their half. The ball's up above the blue team. They go for it. But a double commit is going to stop them from necessarily doing what they need to do in order to keep the ball moving towards the green net. Cookies clears this across. Gets bumped, so Mr. C is able to collect it. And it's shot over NotTodayKaren, and the game is tied. Will Game 5 go to an overtime with 11 seconds on the clock? I would expect to see an overtime for a battle of a reverse sweep or the shutdown of that reverse sweep. Ball is stopped center. DrunkCookies is there, goes for the fake, but it's 50'd over them. Ball is dangerously in front of the green half. Cookies needs to save this. It's still floating. Fidget misses and the ball hits the ground. And we are overtime in Game 5. Ball is hit into the blue half. Cleared away from the corner by Fidget. Mr. C goes up, misses, causing DrunkCookies to go up. Fidget has possession. Tries to go for the Doomsy, but Mr. C gets the pass off of the center. Or takes the pass from the center from Fidget and shoots it just around DrunkCookies. And we see Kutol take the match in 5. Good game to both of these teams. Unfortunately, we didn't have the defensive plays from LST Green working just at the very end. I definitely thought we were going to see that reverse sweep, especially as we saw the blue team starting to miss more and more as the game went on. But just one play is all it takes to win the match that you need. Good job to both of these teams.